Hey, hey, Dripping Springs. It is Ashley Tellis, and I am back with my small business spotlights here around town. Today, for season 2, episode 1 in 2021, I am joined by Kelly Murphy. Kelly, welcome. How are you?
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm great.
So, Kelly, I have known you for a few years. We've run into each other, I think, at the elementary school. You can't really get in and out of Mazamas too many times without bumping into you. Um, Tell us
True.
who you are. Obviously, you live here in Dripping. How long have you been around, and what do you do?
Yeah, hi. I have been in Dripping for about 5 years now, and I'm originally from Minnesota. You might pick that up in my accent, some words. I've been here 5 years. I'm full-time professional artist. I have a PhD in linguistics, but have kind of, I guess, followed my passion and began really seriously painting every day about 6 years ago, and making it, a dedicated effort to improve. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the 10,000 hours theory?
It sounds
So
vaguely familiar, but
obviously this is just a real conversation, you guys. So we didn't pre-plan this, but I think it's worth mentioning. So I don't know who said it. It was not me that said it. But once you've reached 10,000 hours practicing a craft, that's when they say that you've become a true professional and you've mastered
yeah.
it. And in my own business, in my real estate business, I sat down one day and I was like, well, how many weeks of work is that till I can call myself
Yeah.
a professional? And if you do out the math, like 40 hours a week, it's like 5 years before
Oh,
before you've like truly given
yeah.
it 40 hours a week, the standard work week, and then you've become like you've mastered your craft, true professional. I
Yeah.
would say though that you mastered your craft like long before just just a few
Well,
years
see,
ago.
and that's the thing, exactly what you're talking about, is that you have to put the time in and you have to put the practice in. And so I make the most of all of the time during the day. Like, I take all my sketch stuff when I go and pick up kids. I pick up my son at DSE and I'll sit there for an hour and have dedicated time while I'm waiting for him. And I sketch, and I have noticed just in my drawing that, you'll plateau, but then there'll be like a sharp, like, improvement. And I have noticed that, yeah, you got to put the time in. And people say, oh, you're so talented, but it's a lot of practice, a lot of work that you put into that. So yeah.
Definitely. And I think people kind of miss that. Like you can have an innate ability for something, but to truly be a knockout at it, you have to really apply to your
Right.
craft
You
every
really do.
day.
Yeah. Yep.
So my first exposure to you was a few years ago when you painted a mural at DSE. So we both
Yeah.
at DSE. So
Yeah.
that was our first interaction. Now, obviously, you had been working in the community prior to that, but that was the first time that I saw something. So tell me
Right.
a little bit more about your art. You're sketching
So,
practice.
yeah,
A mural is the first thing I saw from you. What do you like to do? What are you passionate about?
I love to do big scale things. And so when Kelly Raymond, when our principal asked me to do a mural, it was a volunteer thing. I just ate that up. Like, I loved it so much. And then just shortly after that, a few more murals opportunities popped up. And so I have two large murals at the Barton Creek Square Mall. So I kind of went from just kind of getting a taste of murals to huge, like, jump in and do a huge project, which I loved. And I'm now would love to go even bigger than that, like
You're like chasing
huge
the mural
grain
dragon
silo.
now.
What's that?
You're chasing the mural dragon. Like, no,
I
bigger,
am.
bigger.
I am. Yeah. I love it. And then I've been at Mercer Street Art Gallery for the last year. I was one of the original residential, res, what
Residents?
are they called? Yeah, resident artist there. So I was one of the original ones, and I've been there for, I guess they've been open a year. So I've been there this
And so
full year.
for folks, gosh, I hate to say living under a rock, but I'll say it anyway. So for folks living under a rock, where can they find Mercer Street Art?
So
Put
Mercer Street
clues in the
Art
name.
is on Mercer Street, and it is across the street from Mazama in what used to be the dance hall, right? Mercer Street the dance hall, which has been kind of broken up into different businesses and boutiques and things, and Grolix is there. So we're right next to Grolix and right next to Curated Cottage.
Yes.
So yeah.
Mercer Street on foot, hook a right at the vintage looking gas station. That's not really a gas station. And then when
Right.
that dead ends, you're going to run like almost right into it.
Right.
Right
Yeah,
there.
that new pathway.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I haven't been through in quite some time. What's going on with Mercer Street Art with COVID? Are they open and allowing the public?
Yeah, we're open, everybody wears a mask, have to wear a mask and keep your distance, and which isn't hard for an art gallery since everybody's you space out and you take the art in, on your own independently. It's not a kind of a crowded place, but yeah, it's open Wednesday through Saturday, I believe. So yeah.
Perfect.
Closed Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, and so I am continuing to look for more mural opportunities and hone my craft. I paint every day out of my studio at my home.
What are you painting in front of?
So this is a new painting that's a wolf painting I'm working on, and this is a bighorn sheep painting that I'm working on that's going to Mercer Street Art Gallery very soon. I'm almost done with it.
And do you take commission work? Like, can people reach out with you?
I do, yeah. And mostly what I've been getting lately and around, kind of holiday times, pet portraits.
Mm-hmm.
I get a lot of requests for pet portraits. I do love to do animals, and I'll do any pet animal, not just dogs. And and yeah, and then and just because I am kind of not just a painter but a creative, so some people will reach out to me to do like a special project that may be incorporating different photos of family, or something that can be printed on pillows or blankets, or special things, or layering words on. So I just kind of do a bunch of creative services.
Awesome. How can people find you?
Oh,
that's important, right?
Well, I am on Facebook as Kelly Murphy. I do have a studio name that is 16 Cheetahs Studio on Facebook.
Okay.
I also am on Instagram as Kele, so it's like Kelly Murphy on Instagram. And so from there, they can just message me.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to chat today.
Thank you.
And for
Thanks so much.
My 2021 Small Business Series. You're my first guest.
Yay!
New year. So wishing you huge mural projects in 2021. I'm Ashley Tullis, real estate agent here in Dripping Springs, and this is Kelly Murphy, and we will see you guys soon. Happy New Year, everyone.